It's an honor to have you here. If you want to start a journey of personal transformation together with Sadhguru, click on the link in the description of this video and learn more.
So, I've been watching this, we've not just been watching, we've been manifesting it on the ground, that we've been converting farmers from aggressive chemical based farming to very soil-friendly and economically far more lucrative way of doing things. Most farmers who have shifted to this form of agriculture with us, over 32,000 farmers have shifted to regenerative agriculture in southern India alone.
Wow.
Their incomes have gone up anywhere from 300 to 800%.
In what sort of duration and how long?
In a matter of 7 to 8 years.
My gosh.
So now we have 23 farmer producer organizations. It is 130,000 farmers are pretty large, but still it's a drop in the ocean. So I saw that we can do any number of projects, but the important thing is the global policy has to change.
Right.
Because microbial life is not segmented, it's a global phenomena. Unless you make it happen around the world, we are heading towards soil extinction. That's what we are going towards. Because soil is the largest living system, not only on this planet, but in the known universe. It is the largest living system with trillions of life forms. You take a handful of soil, there's anywhere between 8 to 10 billion organisms, 50 to 75,000 species in a handful. So that's how rich it is, but we have been systematically starving them to death. When I say starving them to death, here you see all this leaf has fallen at this time, it will stay here and in a month's time there'll be a snowfall. After snowfall, by spring, if you look here, there'll not be a single leaf, it would all become soil. So here the organic content could be anywhere over 50 to 55%. But the minimum organic content that is necessary to call soil as soil, according to UN agencies, is 3%, minimum most.
My gosh.
3 to 6% is good. But not a single nation, not even a single nation has an average of 3%. The highest that you find is in Northern Europe, which is 1.48%. Southern Europe is 1.1%. Average across African continent is 0.3%. And United States is 1.25%. India is 0.68%. Below 1% is considered desertification. In the last 25 years, we have lost 10% of the earth's land to deserts.
Wow.
10% in 25 years. And that could increase significantly in the next 10 to 15 years' time, because if this is something I think generally not being addressed, that is, if the temperatures go up by 1 degree, the wind speeds on the planet generally should go up by a minimum of 20 to 30 kilometers per hour. If it goes up by 2 degrees, it will go up 35 to 40 kilometers per hour. So,
wow.
If normal wind is blowing at, let's say, there are many places where in certain seasons, including southern India, the pre-monsoon winds will blow at anywhere between 70, sometimes up to 100 kilometers per hour for a month or 2 months. Almost in large parts of the world, it's like that. If it picks up to 125, 140 kilometers per hour, then the amount of soil it'll shift is enormous. You know this in United States, that there was something called as a dust bowl in the 30s. The entire soil, not entire, a large part of soil,
Right.
millions of tons of soil from the prairies went and landed in New York City. They thought it landed in New York City because the building stopped a certain amount and heaps like dunes came up in New York City. But you could never calculate how much of it went into the ocean, right? Topsoil, which takes 600 to 800 years to create 1 inch of topsoil. But that is getting blown away. As the wind speeds increase, it'll get completely blown away, especially in islands like yours, with our thin strips.
Right.
The whole island could be in the ocean in a matter of 50 years' time if you don't…
Or less.
I'm saying if you don't take care of the vegetation. If I hear that in Indonesia from 87%, it's come to some 42 or 43% forest cover.
Yeah.
If you don't put back forest cover, lot of things may just blow away because already that is a high wind area, cyclones and stuff. One cyclone can just empty the whole island. Right now, southern Europe is right now facing this. Already parts of Romania are under sand because the Kalahari and the Saharan sand is flying into southern Europe. It's not only the people coming, the sand itself is coming. Immigration you can't stop it, you can stop the people by pointing guns at them, but the sand will come. So in countries like Romania, Slovakia, even right up to Azerbaijan,
Right.
through Turkey, these sands are coming. But if the wind picks up by 25 to 30 kilometers more, then overnight your town could be covered in sand. It's possible. So, there are many things to it. I don't want to go into… I'm not here to give a doomsday picture.
I feel like I
I'm
just
here
sat in
to-
a… I feel like I just sat in a science class.
I'm sorry.
It's fascinating.
So, I'm not here to paint a doomsday picture. The reason why I am into this is because if we act now as a generation, we can very easily turn this around within the next 10 to 12 years' time. But that we need government policy, otherwise large-scale action will not happen. And for sustained action, you need government policy.
Yeah.
Fortunately, me, the reason why I took to this motorcycling is from London to southern India, 30,000 kilometers in 100 days. I did 691 events along
My
the way,
gosh.
average nearly 7 events per day.
My gosh. How long of a drive on a daily basis?
18-20 hours, some days 24 hours, through the night.
Oh my gosh. And how many of you were riding?
Only me, single motorcycle, support vehicles were there.
Wow.
Our radio team was there, that's why they've captured many things, and there were support teams, media teams and stuff. But otherwise only one motorcycle. The idea was a lone motorcycle. Because I've been talking about it for over 30 years, people have been sleeping on it. I saw that unless I do something dramatic enough, people won't wake up. So once they saw, initially they thought it's going to be a fun ride and I will ride somewhere in a city and then maybe I will fly to the next city or something. When they saw every mile I'm riding myself, whatever the weather, it's raining, it's snowing, it's dust storms in Arabia, I'm still riding. Then they saw, oh, I'm serious about killing myself. Then all these millions of people woke up.
Billions, I heard.
No, billions have been reached. I'm saying millions of people woke up and they all multiplied the message. So, the sleeping volunteer force just woke up and they made sure it reaches the world. Because of that, now 81 nations are in the process of framing policy for their soil. From China to Europe, America is just beginning. India, of course, is already on the path. And Indonesia also
Yeah.
is very much in line. It is just that we want to make sure it is not a short-term enthusiasm and then drop down. We want to make sure soil is in conversation, but that's happened.
Yeah.
See, last year in the month of January when the COP26 met in Glasgow, when the whole world came together to solve climate change and global warming and these kind of issues or to address these issues, there was really no mention of soil. But this one is happening. We are official observers to this event. COP27 is happening now in Egypt. So our teams are there and they're participating, and soil has become an important part. So the conversation and the direction has definitely changed with the Save Soil movement, but we need to keep it up, because in democracies, today's leadership may not be there tomorrow.
Right.
All right? Today's election? Is it?
Yes.
Oh, I'm saying that on the right day. So they may not be there tomorrow unless it's in the public awareness and in the public conversation, it's an important part. Only then, like administrators can really act.
Correct.
It is not fair to expect a democratic leader, democratically elected leader, to do something that people are not showing any concern about. People have to show that concern.
Yeah.
So, we are still keeping the campaign up. It will rise to a certain pitch now. On 5th of December is the World Soil Day.
Yep.
So around that we will again have a wave of activity around the world to make everybody feel comfortable. I especially want the lawmakers to feel comfortable that this is an important issue, otherwise they cannot address it.
Yeah.
People's endorsement is needed, so that's what we are trying to get. 81 nations are moving, including European Union is right now in the consultative process. China has started the soil survey after 40 years break. India has already invested $2.4 billion towards the soil for the last year. And this year they will, February there's a budget, let's see how it goes. Many countries have started moving in this direction. Commonwealth nations, 54 nations are looking at framing policies. Every nation may not be able to go at the same pace because of their economic and other conditions, but it doesn't matter, we must start the… Reason why I am into this is because if we act now as a generation, we can very easily turn this around within the next 10 to 12 years' time. But that we need government policy, otherwise large-scale action will not happen. And for sustained action, you need government policy.